Wesley, and that's the end of the tournament. So we'll check the two results as we watch this game. We'll see what is in the mind of the star Russian player who might regret or might not giving an easy draw to his compatriot. Curious as to why he did it. I feel like he was just being a good guy, but you feel like he's a shark and he would not give a draw up so easily against Vladimir Kramnik. We'll see as they are blitzing out a French.
Now keep in mind that the challengers, the world champion Nepo, is not that interested in sharing a lot of what he intends to play.
Big news, Wesley's making a quick draw.
Ooh,
Wesley's done.
In fact,
Wesley's gone.
Deal.
Wesley repeated this line that he knows is just an auto draw in this position. It's done. He has now put the pressure on his opponent. You better win this game or else.
With black.
With black, you've got to win against this young phenom. Win or else. But if he does win, then he'll have a chance. By beating Wesley in the next game, he will force a playoffs. We'll get actually to playoffs. Incredible moment now. The pressure is on Nepo.
I'm so familiar with Queen D2, almost to the exclusion of everything else. Does Bishop E2, no, Queen B6?
Bishop E2 is still
there. For some reason, I'm just looking at Queen B6. I guess Knight A4 is
top move is Queen D2 by far. Bishop E2 not often played.
Yeah.
But White does score in this line as well.
Bishop E2.
Forcing his opponent into a think.
Well, we see Nepo go into 30 seconds, 60 seconds, and even as long as 90-second things in a blitz game, which is incredible for us. And Bishop E2 seems to have caught him a little bit by surprise. He's trying to mentally access the files, his opening files. But okay, help us out, Maurice. Queen B6. Why isn't that a good move for black, putting additional pressure on the knight on D4?
It's not the move right now. Key moves are castles, knight D4, and queen C7 are the moves I have in this database. I feel like it's a smaller database, the one we're using, only 2 million games from my recollection. But still,
castles, by the way, was Castle's choice as the top move, about a 60-second thing. And Queen D6 would have been met by?
Well, I can go back and
D6 has a
whoa! I think I can
Don't
get it
you
back.
dare!
A second, I'll be back. Okay, here we go. I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah.
Bishop E2, queen to B6.
It's
Turning
met by?
on the engine is met by knight A4.
And then Queen A4 check. Queen
Queen
A5
A5 by
check.
C3, etc.
Okay, so
Knight A4, queen check.
I was thinking I was doing a great deal, like I would play, like, say, Bishop A7 or Bishop E7. Thought I was doing a great deal, putting your knight on the rim there with knight A4, but the computer doesn't seem to mind that.
Nope.
After Bishop E2 castles, we did then see the move Queen D2, and then there was the trade in 5. So the difference is that White has played Bishop E2, and he lost the option if he wanted to castle. He said Bishop E2 is better than castles. Sorry, please.
No, nothing. Just noting that Black's surged with B5 and looking for his own play. And now Firouzja has to decide which way to go. Castles inside or castles queen side.
This is an easy decision. I love utilizing the D4 square, so I really like playing Bishop C5, Knight C5. And when you have your knight diagonally one square away, it's not so easy for Black to contest the D4 square. So Bishop C5, Knight C5, Queen D4 would be my instant knee-jerk choice. We saw something else that was not.
I don't think it moved.
I think I saw it on the.
Oh, I think a quick move. Bishop to F3, Bishop to E6, challenging the D4 bishop, and now knight to E2. That's why he moved his bishop so he can reinforce that D4 square, and he might even play. I was thinking he might play B4. Yeah, some B4 siding and try to gain total dominance on the dark squares. Although he does give up the C4 square for a black knight.
Yeah, you could do that. You
and
can
as soon as I said it, he played A5,
yeah,
making sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, there are a lot of times you can lock down the queen side with that move before black on his side of the board is looking for his own free break with the move f7, f6. However, as you said, he did play a5 with sometimes this very straightforward idea of playing b4 and activating his bishop on a6.
With black, that's the issue for you right now.
Yeah.
How do you win with black? You cannot draw. A draw, and Wesley is the champion. Wesley has already put his draw in the books, and he knows Jan has the black pieces, and he's playing against Firouzja of all players.
A great blitzer. Yeah.
So this is a huge challenge for the world champion challenger, Jan Nepomniachtchi. Can he show his stuff in a critical crisis game? Must win with the black pieces to have any chance. But to win, then he will play against Wesley with white and will have a chance to tie him and take this tournament to a playoff.
It's castle side again. Bishop takes d4 check. Knight takes d4 again. Knight ideally placed on his d4 square covers his back on knight to c5. And I do find that very intriguing. I didn't think that was the natural follow-up line, but we'll see what he has in mind.
That bishop on c8 is definitely the problem child. Just not easy to get it into the game. Plus that knight on d4 as the bishop comes out to b7. Still not a wonderful piece. This bishop is not a great square for it. So again, white will be thinking about f5. Okay, I said it. And then he did the move f5 with f6 as an idea. And this is looking more and more like it's all about white.
There's no way that you allow f5, f6, f5, f6 resign.
Yeah, but this position,
so you have to take.
How do you win a position like this when you are being hunted? Rook to e8, attacking the pawn on e5. I guess the best you can hope for is maybe white tries something and weakens the position and gives you a chance. That's the best you can hope for. Pin on this square, and now b4. That's a big time move. It's going to force the knight back to d7 eventually. Trade or no trade. You might have to trade first, but man, this seems to have given white a lot.
Still, the jury's out. After the trade, there is, unfortunately, from black's perspective, this really nasty knight for knight. The move rook e8, of course, was aimed at ideas of rook takes e5 and a disco check. But as you say, we trade on b6. If this knight moves and we trade queens on b6, knight lands on d6, and it's.
I mean, you say if the knight moves, the knight's gonna move.
Well, let's.
And he's done it without capturing the pawn. Knight takes, given the chance for you to play either knight d6, which he's done. Now the b pawn is hanging, but your e pawn is hanging. He could also trade on b7, take on a5, and then take on d5.
That's the one that scares me the most.
First he started with taking on a5, it's the same thing. And then just take on b7 and take on d5. How is this not great? Maybe you draw the game, but you definitely don't win. This is now a 2-result game at best, and it looks like white is actually winning the position. And I'll say, this game, Jan is now begging for a draw.
Absolutely.
By the way, bishop c6 picks off the pawn there. Last shred of dignity on the queen side. And white, and he's played it, bishop c6 on the board. And it looks now like we can call Wesley So as the winner of the event, unless somehow Firouzja hangs a piece. He's gonna have to blunder royally. Look how many pawns he's got. He's got 2 extra pawns. And it's just a question of consolidation. No way you win this game of life.
Oh no, of course not. No. You're just begging against hope that you somehow manage to put up heroic resistance. But the pawns are a little scraggly. I mean, there's 2 extra of them. That's a lot, of course. They are a little scraggly. So e4, rook went to c8.
c4, rook went to c8.
Yes.
But even if you lose this pawn, you're going to lose 2 of them.
Well, I want a rook and pawn endgame, but I want a single rook and pawn endgame. So I'm thinking rook f4.
Played.
So you're welcome to take, and then I'm going to play a4, and with my rook behind fast pawn, I think that's an easy move.
G6, not capturing the pawn. And now how to win.
So it's definitely start with a4. That basically puts the kibosh ever on black taking the pawn.
And by the way, and he's played a4. You know, Firouzja is not trying to do Wesley any favors. Right now, Wesley's saying, make a draw, please. Hurry up. Make a draw. Make a draw. Right? Of course, you would like him to win the game, but he doesn't want him to overreach and end up somehow losing by a miracle.
Exactly.
It would be the case. But now Firouzja is pumping with gas, and Wesley is sitting on the side. You know, Wesley, he's extraordinary for knowing exactly what's going on all the boards. Remember, he came, once we heard him say in an interview, for time yet. Like, you're caring about whether or not your opponent has lost games on time in competition? Like,
really?
He follows everything, so he's following this now, and he knows Jan is in deep trouble, down a pawn. He's gotten the pawn back, but he's down a pawn, and the C pawn is the problem as it's marched up the board one square. It's difficult to get this pawn to C6.
Well, I think it's time to go rook check and rook A8. You got to tickle that knight. That knight is actually
started with H4.
No, that wasn't the move. I thought rook D8, check, Maurice, and rook to A8.
That looked very strong. H5 now, leaving the queen side alone.
Very strange decision by Firouzja, and Nepo saying, hey, I can take and heroic defense.
But
hard to believe.
I don't see how this changes the game. Whoa.
This is how it changes
Knight
the game.
Back.
Knight.
And push
induces the pawn
and
forward.
Now you're dropping the pawn.
And your rook should be.
Whoa!
Oh!
Tacticos in effect.
Now,
is this
everybody missed that one.
We're awake now. We're awake. Look at this kid drop a move and now check.
Sure did.
And that pawn on A4 looks huge.
Where did that come from?
That was nice. Give me that. And now bishop back to E4. And don't go to A5.
Yeah,
oh,
you
did.
did.
And now, why do you play bishop D5? I guess.
Well, it's
he
king
doesn't
F6,
need to.
king
D4. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's better to do it this way.
But you're absolutely right.
Okay, here we go. That knight.
Bishop D5 and bishop C6.
What is this? Bishop C6?
Or bishop E3.
Or bishop E3. Dominating the knight. The pawn will go further. The king is coming up the board, and Firouzja is going to do Wesley So the biggest favor ever by smashing his opponent in the last game. It is amazing. That rook A7 was nice.
That was a
surprise. A5. The knight has no chance against his A pawn.
Right.
He may not queen it immediately, but look at this, another mean move. What is this? Just push.
It makes F5.
And gift us the F5 pawn. That's 2 pawns down. You're not saving this game.
By the way, this is a game where I just feel like Nepo's played badly throughout.
And he's resigned. Nepo shaking his head. Wesley So is the champ. Winning Paris with a dominant score. He's up 2 points.
With a round to spare.
With a round to spare.